What's up guys? So I'll go ahead and have all of the ingredients and measurements in the description box for you guys, but right now I'm just adding the chicken to a large bowl. So this is going to be the first marinade for our buttered chicken. There's going to be 2 marinades in total. So for this one I added all the ingredients, combined it together with my hands, and I let it sit for about 20 minutes in the fridge. So as you can see, I just diced up 1 large onion and then some minced garlic here as well. So after 20 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add the second marinade. So once again, the ingredients will be in the description box for you guys, but as you saw, I added some more seasonings, some Greek yogurt, and you're just going to let this sit for at least 30 minutes or up to 24 hours. So the next thing I'm working on is the naan bread. So I just have the warm water, sugar, and yeast in a little cup here, letting that bloom for about 10 minutes. And then I just added the flour and salt together with a whisk. I'm just making it well in the center, and I'm adding the Greek yogurt, the warm milk, and then the yeast mixture once it activates. And then I'm just mixing that up until it becomes a nice dough. And then I'm just going to knead it with my hands on the countertop for about 3 to 4 minutes till it's nice and soft. And then I'm just going to shape it into a large dough ball here. And then I'm adding that dough ball to a large bowl, lightly oiled. And then I'm just going to cover it with some plastic wrap and let it double in size in a warm place for about an hour. Next thing I'm working on is the turmeric rice. So I have a large pot here on a medium-high heat. I just added 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and then I added half of a large onion diced up really well. And I'm just letting that cook in the butter, once again on a medium-high heat. Then I just added a few cloves of garlic minced up here, letting that cook in our onions for about 2 to 3 minutes. And then I added 1 teaspoon of turmeric and the 2 cups of washed basmati rice. And I'm just mixing that up there until the rice gets a little bit toasty. Then I just added some salt and pepper, mixing that up nicely, still on a medium-high heat, and then adding the chicken stock here. I brought the stock to a nice boil, and then I added a lid and then lowered the heat to a simmer, and I let that simmer for 15 minutes with the lid on. So now that the dough has doubled in size, I'm just going to gently remove it from the bowl here, as you can see, and I'm just flattening it out with my hands, and I am cutting it into 12 equal portions here. And then I'm just going to flatten it out into a naan bread shape, about 1/4 inch thick per naan bread. As you can see, I'm just shaping it with the rolling pin and with my hands as well. Nice little flat naan breads here. I'm just repeating the process with every naan dough portion. And as you can see, just doing my best to shape them with my hands. They don't have to look perfect. And once I'm done shaping all of the naan dough portions here, we're just going to add it to a really hot, large skillet on a high heat, and we're just going to let the dough cook for about 2 minutes on each side, keeping an eye on it, making sure it doesn't burn. But once it gets nice and bubbly on the top, you can go ahead and flip it over. And I just repeated this process for each naan bread until all the dough was cooked. Once again, just cooking it on a medium-high heat, more on the high side, and letting those cook for about 2 minutes per side till they're nice and brown. And then once our naan bread is fully cooked, we can go ahead and work on the garlic butter afterwards. I just set aside about 4 tablespoons of butter and about 4 cloves of garlic minced up, and we're just going to cook that on a small skillet. And then we will brush the garlic butter all over the naan bread, so very simple. Okay guys, so I went ahead and finished cooking up all of the naan bread. I'll go ahead and give you guys a look here. Here's the delicious naan bread. It smells so good and they look so delicious. So the next thing I'm gonna do is cook up some garlic butter and then just brush it all over the naan. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these down here for now. And then I grabbed the butter chicken. It's been marinating for about 4 hours at this point. So go ahead and take off the wrapper here. There's the chicken, marinating in a lot of spices, yogurt. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit out and get close to room temperature. Then I'll go ahead and cook that up with you guys. But first things first, gonna go ahead and start with the garlic butter for the naan. And also the rice is finished cooking as well, and I need to fluff the rice. Rice is cooked completely. Yeah, it's just been sitting here. Oh my word, it smells so good. That turmeric. Onions, garlic. So go ahead and give you guys a look here with the rice. Here is the turmeric rice here. Beautiful, yellow, bright. Go ahead and give it a taste. Wow, that's delicious. Very flavorful. It has like a sweet flavor as well. It's really good. Because of the onion. That's really good. Oh my word. Delicious. Gonna go ahead and put this back over here. So good. Cover it with a lid. Use this fork later. So yeah, now I'm just gonna go ahead and make some garlic butter, brush it all over our beautiful naan bread here. But wow, even when it's plain, it's so delicious. Adorable little naan bread. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook up some garlic butter. I'm gonna be using about 2 to 4 tablespoons of butter, and then I minced up like 4 cloves of garlic. So yeah, gonna go ahead and cook that up really quick. Okay guys, so as you can see, I'm just adding 4 tablespoons of salted butter to a small skillet on a medium heat, and I'm just adding the 4 cloves of minced garlic, just letting that cook. And then once that's nice and cooked, after a few minutes, I went ahead and just brushed the garlic butter all over the naan bread. Very simple, as you can see. Next thing I'm gonna do is add some oil to a large skillet here on a medium-high heat. And I'm just gonna be adding the marinated chicken. And I'm letting that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. I'm not cooking it fully through. We're gonna fully cook the chicken in our sauce, but we just wanna get it nice and brown on each side. So I am cooking this in batches, as you can see. You can always use butter, but I'm gonna use extra butter in the sauce for our buttered chicken. So I went ahead and just added some oil to a large skillet. And once again, adding our chicken and letting it get nice and charred on each side. 2 to 3 minutes per side. Now in a separate large skillet, I just added 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter on a medium-high heat. And then once that's nice and hot, I went ahead and added the other half of the onion diced. And I'm just coating the onion in the butter. And then I added the cinnamon and cardamom pods to the skillet here. 1 cinnamon stick and cardamom pods. And then I also am adding some garlic ginger paste as well. And I'm just mixing that up and getting it nice and coated in our butter, letting it cook for about 2 minutes. And then I added another tablespoon of unsalted butter, as you can see. At this point, I turned off the heat, and then now I'm adding the spices, and I'm mixing that all in the butter and onion, getting it nice and coated. Now I'm adding the tomato puree. You can also blend your sauce if you like it to be thinner. And I turned up the heat a little bit to a nice simmer, as you can see. I'm adding the lid and I'm letting that simmer for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes of simmering, I removed the cardamom pods and the cinnamon stick, and now I'm adding about 1.5 cups of hot water. I'm bringing that to a nice simmer, and then I'm adding about 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And then I'm bringing it to another simmer and adding the chicken back to the skillet here, mixing it in our sauce, and then I just covered it with a lid and allowed that to simmer for about 4 to 7 minutes until the chicken is fully cooked through. And now I'm just adding another 1/2 teaspoon of garam masala, a teaspoon of sugar, and then fenugreek leaves for extra flavor. Okay guys, so everything is cooked and ready to be plated up. So I just put the rice on the side here. The butter chicken smells so good, oh my word. It is completely finished, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the heat. Oof, that smells so good and flavorful. Go ahead and give you guys a look here. This is what the butter chicken looks like. Oof. Beautiful color, and it smells so delicious. I'm so excited, oh my word. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this down and plate everything up. And yeah, I showed you guys already that I brushed garlic butter all over the naan bread. So it's been sitting out for a little while, but that is the finished product of our naan, garlic butter naan bread here. Oof, I'm so excited, oh my word. Looks delicious, smells so delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate it up and eat some with you guys. Grab a plate here. And yeah, I will be right back. My mic here. Okay guys, so here's the spread. Here's the delicious naan bread. I just topped it with some coriander, some chopped cilantro. So there's our garlic naan bread. And then our delicious butter chicken with the turmeric rice. And once again, just put some chopped coriander on the top. You're gonna go ahead and give this a try. Butter chicken. Oh my word. So tender, so flavorful, so good, wow. I'm gonna go ahead and break bread with you. Our naan bread here. Naan bread. Oh, drop some garlic. Oh my word. So delicious, you guys. Dip it in the sauce. Oof. Get some chicken. Oh my gosh. I love Indian food. And pairs perfectly with the turmeric rice. Mm-hmm. Oh my word. I'm speechless. I am speechless. Some of that rice. Mm. Oh my word. Mm. Mm-hmm. Wow. To drink, I just have this Arizona watermelon fruit juice cocktail. I had a few of these in the fridge, so it's my favorite. So let's give it a shake. Ooh. Put in my cup here. Cheers. Mm. So delicious. Naan bread. Super fluffy and garlicky. Yum. Mm. Mr. Chicken. So delicious. I'm speechless still. So good. Get some of this rice here. Indian food is one of my top favorites because, of course, like, there are just so many spices, so many flavors. So good. I'm getting full. I'll eat a little bit more. Break this naan. Definitely worth all the work. Wow. Amazing. Get some chicken. Excuse me. Happiness in every bite. That's how it feels. Perfect amount of spice too. Definitely has a kick. I have a lot to edit for this video, so I gotta hurry up. That was a good bite. One little piece of chicken here. Split it in half. Very tender meat. Gonna save the rest for later, but I'll have one more bite with you. Last bite. Anyways, guys, this was so delicious. Oh my word. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.